Welcome back to the channel. This is the S13 drift car build, where today we're going to be continuing on from where we left off 8 years ago. Today we're going to be cutting out the rear arches to make room for tubs. So we're first going to do that by marking out. We're going to start at the top of the fuel cap, making an even line. Measuring the bottom. Right, so as you can see, we've cut out most of the inner arch around here. If we look inside, the car is lovely, no rust. So plan of action is remove this foam, pull all that out, get rid of that, somebody's put that in at some point, and we will spot weld all these holes, continue cutting, pull the cut up to the top, and we'll lose this whole piece. We'll just put our new sheet steel in along there, making a nice clean tub. Right, so started off by first of all grinding and cutting out along this side. So we've made quite a deep cut in there, and this will give us much more room for the rear wheel tub. We'll go straight across and we'll be able just to wipe it clean when there's any rubber stuck there, and it'll give us much more space for bigger wheels, bigger tyres, bigger tread, which is more grip for when we're running the V8. So for plan of action, we've got a piece of steel, same as the opposite side. So what we will do is just put this into position and tack weld along here and here as we go along, and this will take up the gap, and then afterwards we'll just cut along the edge, trimming, and it'll give us a nice neat tubbed arch, super clean, easy to wipe, easy to paint, and that'll be how we do it. So let's cut to the time lapse. Right, so we have now welded up the edge. So it doesn't have to be fully done, we'll run some seam sealer along. Plan now is just to cut along the edge and down, just to finish off that tub. Yeah, on the inside, fully done. And then we just have to fill the holes with some plug welds, which we'll do at a later point. So, time to cut. Right, so now we've finished grinding, we've done the edges, but there's some pinprick holes, things like that. And we're going to fill them with some brushable seam sealer. Using a glove, because that's what I prefer to use to apply it with. So yeah, we're basically just going to do that, stop any smoke getting in, any fumes from outside the car whilst drifting. Yeah, so we'll cut to a time lapse of that. Right, so we have cut out the old arches, we have then primered with some weld-proof primer, and we're going to put the arches in now. We're going to weld them in just to give us the bigger tubs for bigger wheels, make it a bit easier to clean down once we've finished drifting. So yeah, we'll get to welding. Don't do that, it makes it worse.
I was thinking that makes it worse, doesn't it?
So this is the end of this week's episode. In the next episode we will be tackling the rear cross member and then sorting out some strengthening plates and working to do the rest of the firewall. Happy stud? I think I should say, is that worse, sat? Right, so today we're going to be cutting out the rear arch. I don't know why I'm doing that with a pen.
Yeah, start again, that shit.
Where today we're going to be continuing on from where we left off 8 years ago. I don't know why I tapped the... Would you go closer? I know you're looking at me 'cause I'm fat, but would you go closer? Yeah? Stay there. So today we're going to be cutting out the rear arches to fit tub. Why am I doing it with a pen? What's my hands for? Out the rear arches to weld. No, why? What's this? The more you know. Just stop it a second. Let's try again. Okay, right. Your neighbour's just staring me in the eyes. I'm not going to do it. Your neighbour's actually just staring at me in the eyes. Right, today we're going to be marking out. No, today we. What was the first sentence we said? Today we're going to be cutting out.
Cutting to make room for tubs.
Yeah, right, so. Today we're going to be cutting out to make room for tubs. The first thing we're going to do is mark out before cutting. That's a stupid fucking thing to say. Fucking dick.
Why would you say that was
I
stupid?
don't know what I'm going to say. Just lost track, right? Start again.
Nah, it's starting.
Keep. So today we're going to be marking out. That's not what we're starting with.
Today we're going to be cutting the arches
Yeah,
to make room for tubs.
Right. Today we're going to be. I forgot what you said. Today you're going to be cutting
Arches
out
to make room for
to
tubs.
make room for tubs. Yeah. Right. Sound. Please try it again.
We'll start with